No toca Mariana. Wait, were you a bit confused about the no toca part? That's because I told you my name is Mariana in Nahuatl. Did you know that there are many words in Mexican Spanish that have a pre-Hispanic origin? Many people in the US have Hispanic heritage but don't know much about their roots, and in my humble opinion, that's kind of sad because it's like they're forgetting who they are, and also they're leaving a really important part of their family history behind. So stay tuned because today I'll be sharing some common Mexican words that have a pre Hispanic origin and that you can use to impress your friends or family. Let's begin. Our first word is apapachar. While it may sound playful, this word has a beautiful and ancient origin. It comes from the Nahuatl word apapachoa, which means to soften something with your fingers, to embrace, or to caress the soul. In modern Mexican Spanish, we use this word to describe a hug or to pamper someone with affection. Chocolate. This word comes from the Nahuatl chocolat, which is the food obtained from a mixture of a bit of sugar with cocoa powder and cocoa butter. The Aztecs believed that cacao was a gift from the gods, and it was often consumed during ceremonies. Over time, chocolate has become sweeter, but originally it was bitter, and it was really important in pre Hispanic tradition. So, if you think about it, you're basically eating or drinking a bit of history anytime that you savor this delicious treat. Number three, guacamole. Guacamole comes from the Nahuatl aguacamole, which is formed by two words, aguacatl, which means avocado, and muli, which means sauce. Guacamole has been enjoyed in Mexico for centuries, and its popularity has only grown worldwide. I was curious and did a little research about the amount of guacamole that Americans consumed during this year's Super Bowl. And to my surprise, I found out that just this year, Mexico exported around 130,000 tons of avocados to make guacamole. So you're welcome. De nada. Number four, itacate. This is one of my favorites since it's like a culinary apapacho that moms give to their adult children. And it's also a reflection of the hospitality and the kindness that you can find in most Mexican homes. Itacate is a word that refers to a packed meal that you take to work or even home, like for example after a gathering. It comes from the Nahuatl word itacat, and in Mexican culture, it's really common to hear it after someone is sent home with leftovers after having breakfast, lunch, or dinner with someone. It's also really common to hear it among people who work in the fields. For example, la comida estuvo tan buena que hasta le pedí itacate a mi tía. Finally, let's talk about mezcal. This popular alcoholic beverage has been produced in Mexico for centuries, and its name comes from the Nahuatl word mexcali, which is formed by the words met, which means maguey, and xcali, which means cooked. So basically, mezcal could be translated as oven cooked maguey. I just found this out and I think that it's crazy amazing, don't you? This drink is deeply tied to indigenous traditions, and up to these modern times, a lot of people, including myself, place a jarrito like this filled with mezcal in their Day of the Dead offerings. And why do we do this? Because mezcal is a way of reminding our loved ones, the deceased ones, about the joy that they had when they were alive before going all the way down to the Mictlan. This beverage is also pretty popular in social gatherings and parties, and you can find different varieties of it in different parts of the country. But in my opinion, the best mezcal that you can find is in the state of Oaxaca. But just let me give you a valuable piece of advice. Be careful with mezcal because it can be treacherous. Like it's crazy treacherous. Like you can drink just a little caballito of mezcal and go all the way down to the Mictlan. Trust me, I've been there. These five words are just a few examples of how pre Hispanic languages have shaped modern Mexican Spanish. And by learning them, you're not only expanding your vocabulary, but you're also connecting with thousands of years of history. And more importantly, you're connecting with a rich and beautiful culture full of tradition, color, and magic. So if you're a Mexican American, feel proud and embrace those roots because the more you know about your origin, the more you'll know about where you're going. If you enjoyed this exploration into the origins of Mexican Spanish, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And also, if you're looking to deepen your Spanish skills, Spanish 55 has everything you need to succeed. Tlazokamati por acompañarme hoy. Thank you so much for joining me today.